At the 26th APS Annual Convention in San Francisco, APS past president Robert W. Levinson remarked, "Emotion is all around us, but it's also surprisingly difficult to quantify." The UC Berkeley psychology professor addressed the many challenges of trying to bring emotions into the lab setting, but what exactly are emotions? What do they represent? Why do we feel them? And ultimately, how do our brains process them? The emotional phenomena which we witness each day provide us with some hints to understanding the mysteries of emotion. To gain a greater understanding of these complex physiological processes, we will need the tools and techniques to study emotions as they naturally occur. We will also need to create hypotheses which we would then test with said tools. As such, Levinson conducted an experiment to test William James's theory regarding emotion. William James founded the concept that we experience emotions based on changes to our physiological state. He claimed that it wasn't emotions triggering the physiological response that the body feels, but the body's physiological response triggering the emotion that is felt. In his experiment, Levinson tricked people into making certain facial expressions until they arrived at a disgusted facial expression. Levinson measured that after people had arrived at the facial expression, their heart rate and skin conductance had increased, and over 60% of the time, subjects reported feeling disgusted from simply making the face. There has also been research done into how differences between individuals may affect how emotions are experienced by different people. It was found that as we age, our emotional function not only stays largely intact, but it may improve in some cases. For example, older people were found to be better at identifying emotions than other people, a sign of increased emotional intelligence. They were also more skilled at suppressing emotion using positive thoughts, and they showed much greater emotional reactivity to the distress of other individuals. Levinson claims that aging reduces the amount of inhibitory circuits in the brain, which has the potential to increase the generation of emotion. He has also found that a gene known as the serotonin transporter gene may have large implications for helping to understand more external outcomes of emotion. In people who possess the short allele of this gene, serotonin tends to linger in the synapse and is not cleared out as efficiently. This appears to increase people's sensitivity to their environment. It was also noted that people who had 2 copies of the short allele showed greater emotional distress when they viewed disturbing images and laughed more when they watched cartoons. Additionally, in an experiment where subjects were given a karaoke task and then watched a video of themselves singing, people with 2 copies of the short allele showed greater amusement than embarrassment from watching themselves singing as compared to people with at least 1 copy of the longer allele. Levinson cautions, however, that research on this gene has been controversial for the most part, stating that single genes only account for tiny amounts of variance, and its greater challenge is finding out how to carefully measure environments and how they may enhance or inhibit these effects. Research like this is only possible with the help of good research questions, which Levinson encourages those who are interested in researching emotion to seek out. The questions surrounding human emotion are as such, and will only ever be solved if we work to research neurological phenomena and eventually uncover the answers that we have been searching for.